No, but I never asked you to say.
Didn't you? You did.
Surprise everybody, it's another episode of What's Better?
Okay, so it's been a busy couple of weeks. There's been phone launches here and there, but this time around we're picking these two devices. Drumroll please. The Realme 5 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy A50s.
Why though? Because I know they're not really the same price and it's not like both of them have a quad camera setup.
They both aim to offer the same thing, daily driver quality and experience at an affordable price.
Okay then, if you say so.
Okay, so the Samsung Galaxy A50s has a larger display. It's got a 6.4-inch AMOLED display that pushes Full HD Plus resolution. The Realme 5 Pro only has a 6.3-inch LCD display.
But the Galaxy A50s has warmer tones and isn't as vibrant as the Realme 5 Pro.
Okay, but the Samsung Galaxy A50s has a brighter and sharper display, plus it has an in-screen fingerprint sensor. Yours has a very old-fashioned back-mounted fingerprint sensor.
I think what's more important is that fingerprint sensors actually work. I find that the Realme 5 Pro has a really reliable physical fingerprint sensor, and I know in-display fingerprint sensors don't always work. But let's focus on what's important. Cameras! The Realme 5 Pro has a quad camera setup, so that's one extra lens from yours.
Have you heard of quality over quantity? Sure, the Samsung has one less lens, but it has a higher resolution 5-megapixel depth sensor compared to the 2-megapixel depth sensor that you have.
Look at this, I don't really see much difference.
But at least I can control the bokeh effect and even change the background effects.
Okay, yeah, but the Realme 5 Pro has a 2-megapixel macro lens that can take really cool close-up shots. I think that's a bonus.
It's a bonus, but it's not really a necessity. At least mine has a 48-megapixel main lens and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens.
Okay, but the Realme 5 Pro has that too. Plus, it's using a Sony IMX586 sensor, which is seen on many flagship smartphones. Look at these pictures. The pictures taken with the Realme 5 Pro is definitely brighter and more vibrant.
Sure, it's brighter, but at least mine performs better in terms of color accuracy. Plus, the Galaxy A50s has better vibrancy when in wide-angle mode compared to yours, which loses a bit of vibrancy. Plus, mine has a wide-angle camera that captures a wider field of view at 123 degrees compared to yours, which is 119.
Yeah, the Samsung Galaxy A50s captures more, but as for color accuracy, the Realme 5 Pro has a Chroma Boost feature which instantly brings out the color in images, so I just need to turn that on when I take ultra-wide shots. And speaking of the lack of vibrancy, the Realme 5 Pro is doing better in low-light photography compared to the Galaxy A50s because the night shots taken with this phone is not only brighter, but sharper, and it has a lot of details there, and the colors pop out.
Okay, so the plants are a little less visible in the A50s, but at least I have a 32-megapixel selfie lens compared to your 16-megapixel selfie lens.
Yeah, but let's check out these selfies. The Samsung Galaxy A50s gives me a pale complexion. Meanwhile, the Realme 5 Pro gives me AI beautification so I can look prettier. Plus, the selfies taken with the Realme 5 Pro are much sharper, and I think even the bokeh effect is better than the A50s.
Okay, but the A50s allows me to adjust the level of bokeh intensity, and in looking at yours, it looks way too intense for my liking and you can't control it. But you know one feature that I have that you don't?
What?
AR emoji and stickers.
Okay, but do you even use it often?
Maybe.
Okay, fine, but how about performance? Gaming with the Realme 5 Pro has been really good. I played PUBG and went with HD graphics and high frame rate settings, and the game played out smoothly. There were no stutters at all. It even has an 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, which is expandable. Plus, it has a 4035mAh battery that supports Volt 3.0 flash charge, so I can game as long as I want.
Okay, but I think it's pretty similar. The A50s has an Exynos 9611 processor with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Plus, it runs PUBG quite smoothly and lag-free as well. Plus, it has Game Booster that amps up performance and even help with battery life. And it comes with 4000mAh battery that supports up to 15 watts of fast charging, so honestly, it's not that different.
Okay, I get it now. Both phones are pretty similar in terms of performance and has some extra features when it comes to their camera setups. Even their battery life is almost similar. But here's the thing, the Realme 5 Pro is only 1,099 ringgit, while the Galaxy A50s is slightly pricier at 1,299 ringgit. So the Realme 5 Pro is definitely more worth your money because it supports faster charging and it has an overall better camera performance.
But with the A50s, you get a more premium feel for only an extra 200 ringgit. Plus with this, you get a slightly bigger and sharper display, and I'm surprised you're not going with this because of the higher resolution selfie camera.
Because I look prettier when I use the Realme 5 Pro.
Well, it's obvious which one Yvonne is going for, but if you disagree, let us know down in the comment section below.
And if you agree with me, give this video a thumbs up.
That's it for this episode of What's Better. Remember to subscribe, and until the next one,
Bye!
bye-bye.